Ever heard the saying, repeat a lie often enough and people will believe it?
It's just so strange to me that anybody would be in denial that this is going to happen, and fans want it. Look, if you're on Xbox and you're waiting for a PlayStation game, I get it. All the PlayStation gamers are buying Forza. Of course, all the Xbox gamers are going to get Spider-Man. Game of the Year Edition, Spider-Man. This user says, it's time. And that's the sentiment I think most people have.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Well, it turns out there's some uncomfortable truth behind this idea. Think about it. When you keep hearing the same statement over and over, your brain naturally starts seeing it as familiar.
Most people just want to play all the great games on whatever platform they choose. While pure console exclusives still go some way towards driving console sales, more so for Nintendo than others, it has become clear that gamers now expect to be able to play games on a variety of devices.
Eventually, familiar begins to feel trustworthy, even if there's zero proof behind it. Why? Because our minds love shortcuts. It's easier to accept something we've heard repeatedly than to question it each time.
We've been talking about this since 2024. This has been a clear strategy from PlayStation, and the amount of people that are pushing back against this or sticking their head in the sand and pretending this isn't coming, it's just crazy to me.
But here's where it gets dangerous. Politicians, advertisers, and even friends online can exploit this mental shortcut. They repeat catchy slogans, distorted facts, or flat-out falsehoods until they stick in our minds. Before we know it, these lies start shaping our perceptions, influencing our decisions, and even changing our beliefs.
So I've been having a little bit of fun with it on Twitter, of course, because you know how I do. Yeah, guys, this is totally just MLB, Helldivers 2, Lego Horizon, and Destiny. It's just 4 games. No big deal at all. Wait.
Remember when everyone thought carrots gave you super night vision? That was wartime propaganda repeated enough times to hide a military secret, and generations later, we're still snacking on carrots to see better. The bottom line is simple. Lies don't need proof, just repetition. So next time you hear something repeated endlessly, pause and ask yourself, is it true? Or am I just hearing it too often to doubt it?
Working on their multi-platform strategy, and that we are going to continue to see more games make their way over to Xbox and literally anywhere else they can get players. Everybody scoffs.
Dear Destin, you legit lost all my respect with that thumbnail. You're hopping on the fake hype rage bait bandwagon. I genuinely expected better from someone who's been around in the gaming community this long.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
Let's get a couple of things straight here, folks. Sony owns Spider-Man completely. Even Marvel Studios had to bend over backwards to make deals with Sony just to use him in the MCU movies. Plus, from a pure business angle, Spider-Man is literally bigger than Superman at this point. It's one of Sony's biggest console-selling IPs. Why on earth would Sony just casually hand it over to Xbox? Spider-Man on Xbox would obviously sell huge numbers short-term, but Sony would lose way more cash in the long run. Look, I'm just a regular person in marketing, a tiny blip compared to Sony's massive marketing machine. And even I can see how stupid that would be from a business perspective. You really think the suits at Sony can't see that too? Look, I want you to understand something. I'm not butthurt or defending PlayStation here or trying to calm the asses down. It's not about that. You've seen my breakdowns before. I don't want to reiterate my business analysis from 2 days ago on the matter. You can go check out that video afterward. Today, I want to talk more about misinformation and spreading lies. And I want to explain how this hurts more customers than it helps. Let me put it this way. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of people on X, and some of these articles, they don't care about you as a gamer. They don't care about you making your best buying decisions today. All they care about is clicks and promoting their scam sponsors like BetterHelp, which steals and shares your most personal psychological issues and sells them to corporations. Yep, that shit happens.
The online counseling service BetterHelp is giving back nearly $8 million to customers.
This video in particular is sponsored by BetterHelp, and I'm grateful for that.
Traditional markets on edge, one of the largest exchanges in the world, FTX.
That's why I'm really proud to stand behind today's sponsor, FTX.
And a lot of gaming YouTubers promoted that crap. Another one? Honey extensions. I fell for that. Another one? NordVPN.
Sponsor of this video is NordVPN. Your word from today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. Private internet access to use today's sponsor.
NordVPN sucks, guys. I bought a 2-year subscription based on a gaming YouTuber's recommendation. And you know what? It worked half the time. It turned my high-speed 600 megabits per second internet into a 100 kilobit dial-up connection from the 90s. I went to some sites and got warnings like, you can't access this site because you're using a VPN. I couldn't access most Google services. And I even got permanently banned from eBay because my VPN was accidentally turned on. 9 times out of 10, it's predatory, anti-consumer garbage. Raycons, trash-tier earbuds sold at the price of AirPods. Mobile games.
Introducing Raid Garbage Legends. Playing Raid is the least immersive thing possible. We even made a button so the game plays itself and you actually do nothing, because that's totally what you love about RPG video games. It can only really be compared with the biggest PC and console titles, which is a complete lie, but that's okay because you can literally compare anything to anything else if you want. It's just a comparison. You can compare me to Jennifer Love Hewitt, doesn't make it accurate, but rest assured, Raid definitely isn't a trashy mobile cash grab.
Literal gambling. But here's the twist. You never win anything. You just lose over and over. And honestly, I don't even want to imagine the kind of person who actually buys everything that's widely sponsored on YouTube. I'm not talking about the proper ads. We block those. I'm talking about the cringe sellouts who shove garbage down your throat with their own voice and face like it's gospel. Want to eat tasteless, processed junk? Wear clothes that fall apart after 2 washes? Shave with overpriced razors that feel like sandpaper? Cool. There's a YouTuber shilling it right now. But here's the part people don't talk about. These companies know exactly what they're doing. They're not running ads because their product is amazing. They're running influencer campaigns because they're preying on people who don't know any better. They go after audiences where the creators either don't care or are totally fine betraying their own communities for a few extra bucks. And yeah, I've lost respect for some creators over this. When you see a history education channel pausing to peddle Raid, Shadow Legends like it's the Magna Carta, something is seriously broken. These are the people selling you not only false information, but scam online services. Scam sponsorships that steal your info and sell it to the very corporations these influencers are telling you not to trust. It's all a big paradox, man. And before you say, oh, Ashley, maybe you're just jealous because you don't have any sponsorship deals. To that, I say, didn't you just hear what I said a minute ago? And 2, just this year, I've turned down more than 100 sponsorship offers. Why? Because I love my audience. I don't promote stuff I don't believe in, and my audience's information is not for sale. I use this channel as my social media, and I'm always down there having a blast in the comments section. I don't want to lose that. Now, I'm not saying I'll never have sponsors. I'm actually currently in talks with 2 potential ones, but I'm being really careful about who I choose to sponsor and promote. I'm just saying, be careful with what you see out there and what you buy from people. Because personally, every single sponsored product I ever bought was crap. Now here's the messed up part with all this. Spider-Man 2 and God of War coming to Xbox. And why I'm really worried about this dangerous narrative. Picture this. 1 or 2 million people are now looking online, seeing all this drama, seeing fake Spider-Man and God of War Xbox bundles, Sony ponies crying, blah, blah, blah. 1 million people decide to buy an Xbox because, hey, it's cheaper than a gaming PC. And let's be honest, the Xbox Series X is a competent console. It's equal to the PlayStation 5 in terms of performance. So when people see all PS5 games are coming to Xbox and I can get Game Pass and Steam on it, what's the point in buying a PS5? And then they wait and wait and wait. 3 years pass. We're already playing Spider-Man 3, Wolverine, Death Stranding 3, Stellar Blade 2, the Venom spin-off, and the people who bought the Xbox because of these lies are stuck with Helldivers 2 and Marathon from Bungie. How do you think they'll feel? Betrayal is an understatement, in my opinion. This is the danger of misinformation in gaming right now, and it keeps spreading like wildfire. Just like how GTA 6 won't run at 60 FPS on PS5 Pro. Same type of BS. I'll end it here. Make the right choice. Go read the statements yourself. Fact check your favorite YouTubers. And fact check even me. I always leave my sources in the video description so you can make your own educated decision. Stay safe out there. This is Ashley, signing out.
I hope that your initiative gets everything you asked for, but nothing you wanted.
Why did you do such a thing?
You underestimate my ego. Don't double down.
this, but yeah, the PlayStation scam is a lot worse than I actually thought of.
If you enjoyed this video, hey, maybe drop a like. It really helps a lot and tells me you want more. Subscribe for day one gaming leaks and news, and check out these videos you probably missed. Trust me, they're worth it.